what you're going to get. So we're going to launch the exe file over here, and it should basically compromise the goddamn account. So one thing that I know I'd be risking over here. First of all, let me just disconnect any sort of anything else in any way, shape, or form, and actually get this thing going. So again, I have VMware completely updated, tools installed, security patches. Let's go and see what the fuck this virus will really contain. So I'm going to launch WannaCry.exe. And essentially what has happened is it said that I have no disk in the drive, taskdl is all gone. I'm going to hit cancel over here, and essentially what should happen is you can see these new files have sort of generated in this area. Now, if you look around over here, please read.exe, what's wrong with my files, whatnot, and what's so on and so forth. If we go into over here, and just look around for all the files that I have located around over here, files that I might have created, saved, or whatever, so on and so forth. I shouldn't have anything that's really available. If I try accessing local drives, do anything else, it should basically leave me into a point where I'm going to be screwed. So it keeps on trying to look for taskdl.exe. We're just going to leave it over there. Reading into the please read me file that just popped up said, what's wrong with my files? Your important files are encrypted. It means, again, I didn't have any files on here, so I don't know what the fuck you could have been encrypting. It means you'll not be able to access them anymore until they are decrypted. If you follow our instructions, we guarantee that you can decrypt all your files quickly and safely, so let's start decrypting. Well, what do I do? First, you need to pay service fees for the decryption. Please send $300 worth of Bitcoin to this Bitcoin address. And of course, they have an address over here that you so on and send forth, and you get all your shit. Now over here, it says, please find an application file named wannadecryptor.exe. It is a decrypt software. Run and follow the instructions. You may need to disable your antivirus for a while. Question is, how can I trust? Don't worry about decryption. We will decrypt your files surely because nobody will trust us if we cheat users. I mean, you've already fucking
Don't worry
captured
about
my
decryption.
files. I don't know if
We
I
will
can
decrypt
trust
your
you any
files
further,
surely
but
because nobody will trust us if we cheat users. I mean, you've already fucking
Don't
worry.
So loading this program up, all my files have been completely encrypted. Alright, so if I look at my wallpaper, I have a poor JPEG. Let me just move that out of the way. Oops! Your important files are encrypted. If you see this text, but don't see the Wanna Decryptor window, then your antivirus removed the decrypt software or you deleted it from your computer. If you need your files, you have to run the decrypt software. Please find an application file named wannadecryptor.add.exe in any folder or restore from the antivirus quarantine. Run and follow the instructions. So, if I look over here, files have been encrypted, it'll say payment will be raised on 1/3/1970/1600, which means, unfortunately, it hasn't connected at all to the virus itself. It seems this virus is now, I think, defunct. Otherwise, it would have actually contacted the network. It would have contacted the host where this virus is being hosted and have gotten me in that way, shape, or form. I'm not actually compromising this in any way, shape, or form. Important files are encrypted. Many of your documents, photos, videos, database, and other files are no longer accessible because they've been encrypted. Oopsie! Maybe you're busy looking for a way to recover your file, but do not waste your time. And again, don't. Your files are actually pretty goddamn encrypted. I think what this follows is pretty much a standard RSA encryption method. It follows a pretty baseline encryption method that once it's done, it's gone, okay? It's pretty much done. The only way you can get past this, and I believe a security researcher found out, that if you look into your memory, fast enough without it being overtaken by any other program, basically you look at it as soon as possible on launch of the virus, you might be able to dig out an RSA decryption key, but otherwise you're kind of fucked. So of course it's listing how do you pay, how do you recover files, and yeah, they guarantee that you'll recover your shit safely. Now, if you don't pay in 7 days, you won't be able to, oh, see, it was like refreshing there, that was weird. If you don't pay in 7 days, you won't be able to recover your files forever. We will have free events for users who are so poor that they couldn't pay in 6 months. So basically, if you couldn't pay in 6 months, they might have a free event that'll give you your files back. That's pretty fucking gracious of them, dude. That's actually really gracious. 3 days to submit the payment of $300. If not, you pay $600. Okay, so if you waste 72 hours trying to figure out how to remove this or recover your files or decrypt it, you're paying $600, motherfucker. Now, of course, you have to pay in Bitcoin only, of course, because it's, anonymized or whatnot. So over here, they've got $600 worth of Bitcoin to this address. You can, check your payments, and it'll connect to server, all right? and here it's launching up task data and stuff. So it's going to connect to server. I'm going to see what it's trying to do. Let me actually go look in the, okay, there it is. I'm actually going to make sure this is completely sandboxed down to the memory level, but it's trying to like contact the server, which, because it's taking so long, I'm pretty fucking sure the server is dead. It doesn't exist anymore. This is a compromised computer in every way, shape, or form. This VM is going to be sent straight to the godly recycle bin after this. But try connecting to the server, it's not doing it, okay? And the whole program's fucking locked out. If I dig open a task manager type deal to it, I should be able to see something over here. Let me just open up a task manager. I don't know if I'm able to open it in this. Yeah, here it is. I'm still able to open that shit. Let me just fire it up. Okay, and rebooting your computer isn't going to help. This is completely compromised. Your files have been put through the encryption ringer. So rebooting or doing whatever isn't going to help you out. You need this decryption software and the decryption key that they would provide you. So let me actually go down over here and just run around, load perfmon counters. All right, they got all this shit going across. Yeah, the system is totally fucking dead. So I actually had to cancel the whole check payment nonsense because my payments were not working. Now it's actually jumped up, I believe, from $300 all the way up to $600 worth of Bitcoins. So unfortunately, the host server for this doesn't really exist anymore. I believe it's taken down. Trying to encrypt my files isn't going to help at all. Like if I try to look around my files, if I try hitting start, essentially, it should try to start doing things. Pay now if you want to decrypt all your files. Unfortunately, I'm not really fucking able to. So, if you launch this on your computer, I assume, and you end up getting your files encrypted, you have a way to fucking pay the ransom back, because the ransomees, I believe that's the word used, don't even fucking exist anymore. Now, if you look around over here, they've been kind enough, the hackers, to actually give you a bunch of different languages. So, you know, if you're from Bulgaria, well, you've got translations for there. Greek, you've got, luckily, you know, the Russians, they've got their own thing going on. Koreans, all attacking countries really over here that are, I guess, included. Every language you want is pretty much covered. So, yeah, this is essentially what you got over here. Even in the bottom, they got you the how to buy Bitcoins and about Bitcoin. So they're very fucking helpful if you need any information given from these people. So, yeah, this computer is totally fucking compromised. It has no chance of coming back. And I think what we can do is fucking write this off and kill this computer and put this bastard down. So let me just, ooh, here it is. See, it keeps bringing up the system over here. I can't do anything about it. I've got no time left. Start deleting the fucking files. God damn it. Now, if you delete the wanted decryptor program, your antivirus does it. Yeah, you fucked. It keeps doing it, see? It keeps doing it. There it is. This is the most compromised fucking system imaginable. So yeah, again, close it. It's going to fucking launch it. I guarantee it. You even got the BMP files and everything. Yeah, this is totally dead in every way, shape, or form. So yeah, I can't pay it. I can't do it. Okay, my payment should have been raised in the 1970s. I wasn't even a fucking seaman back then, dude. Get out of here. So now that we've sort of reached the, I guess, analysis, we looked at WannaCry, the virus. MalwareWiki is a great place for you to sort of read up on the general ins and outs of this kind of stuff. And I'm going to basically be paraphrasing what we see over here. Essentially, what had just happened was a ransomware had taken over a computer and completely locked it out from use or locked away the files that you keep important. So whether that be photos, whether that be photos of your family, you know, documents for work, important stuff, were all encrypted and potentially uploaded back to the user for them to steal from you. So it could have multiple purposes. You'd have to run a network analysis tool to basically start seeing what files it was taking, what it was sending back to what server. Now, this virus infected about 200,000 plus something computers in about 150 countries. It caused $4 billion worth of damages. And you might wonder, Mudahar, how could this have caused $4 billion worth of damages? The reality is, some of the main attack points for this area, some of the main places that it's attacked at, are listed right over here. According to Wikipedia, of course, places such as the Sao Paulo Court, places such as Telenor Hungary, which is a telecom network, Russian Railways, Ministry of Internal Affairs, which is government stuff in Russia, National Health Service in the United Kingdom, which explains a big chunk of where money could have been, where it could have caused great issues, especially down to a medical and financial level. You've got Nissan, specifically in the United Kingdom branch, you've got FedEx in the United States, and you've got STC in Saudi Arabia. So a lot of big organizations, a lot of big companies, government, financial stuff actually ended up getting attacked. And the way that it ends up being $4 billion worth of damages is potentially lost files, IT costs, people coming in and fixing up the systems, checking for any leaks, analysis, really, research analysis, things like that. So it ends up costing a lot of money across different areas. Now, governments across the world, big ones, actually labeled North Korea as the creator for some of this stuff. And it's not out of the question for a lot of cyber attacks to come out of Asia. A lot of cyber attacks do come out of places like China and North Korea, places where there's very lax oversight on this kind of shit, or there's definitely some form of ulterior motive gained from cyber attacking organizations in other countries. Whether that be to steal corporate data or any other kind of malicious reason. Point being is, there was certainly a lot of damages given over here. Whether North Korea is responsible for this kind of shit, I don't fucking know. Again, I don't care to fucking figure that out. Because, frankly, it could have been anybody, okay? It could have been some NSA fucking virus that they could have created in the lab somewhere and it ended up leaking out, and that was a convenient story to be passing out, which a lot of people believe. But could it have been North Korea? Could it have been the North Koreans attacking us with their ransomware viruses? Maybe so. But one thing I can guarantee you is there were some definite motherfuckers who were paying $600 to get their files back. Now, is there a way to really remove this kind of stuff after you get it? Therein lies a big issue. There is a way to get some clearance out of this. Basically, if you looked into your memory as soon as you launched the program, you could potentially get out a key that you could basically use for decryption purposes. Again, you'd have to assume that you never restarted the computer to begin with. Most people sometimes do turn on and off their computer to see if they can fix something. Or be lucky enough that their memory never overwrote anything important for you to help counteract the virus. Once you get infected by any of these things, and ransomware is a dime a dozen on the internet, and they're just as deadly each and every one of them. But the moment you get hit by this kind of stuff, you're kind of screwed from the beginning. Your files are encrypted, and unless you want to spend decades trying to decrypt a file or a photo of something, then by all means go for it. But once your files are encrypted, you're kind of shit out of luck at that point. So, point being is, be careful what you download, keep your antiviruses updated, and just be careful when you're